Hello, here's a little shooting game that we experiment with and put in on this weekend, and thought I'd share it with you. It kind of replaces the teams lining up at half court and taking half court heaves. I never really liked that because there were so much violations and it really wasn't realistic. So this is a little more realistic. I know there's no defense, but it's a lot of fun and players have to think strategically. So you can see that the players are going to start in these positions. We're going to pair it up around the court. One person ready to inbound and another person ready to be the receiver. So first of all, the players declare what basket they're shooting at. There must be a move to get open, and I had to adjust this because at first they just kind of stood still and caught it, but you have to pretend there's defense. You have to pretend you're receiving a screen, you're faking, you're doing something to get the pass. And there can be no violations, no traveling, no time counts. So this will become important later on, and it makes it a little fun when we have to start making the calls to the referee. So they're going to score 10 points when they shoot beyond half, 5 points when they're just over half, and before some line that you choose. And in our gym it was a volleyball attack line, but you have to judge in your gym what that 5-pointer is going to be. And then there's of course a 3-point shot, 2-point, which is inside the 3, and then anything in the key is 1. Okay, let's look at how it works. So I start as a coach over here and I call go, and we're going to start with just this pair. So on go, they're now ready to inbound. Now I might eventually be the referee and only have one ball, and I will pass it to the player out of bounds. I just found it was a little easier for me to start with just this way, but eventually I may stand in the middle and have one ball and I just pass it to the pair that's going to kind of be the official. But anyways, the ball's passed in, and now again I'm starting my count on the catch at 1,001, 1,002, and she got it off just before the buzzer. And now the fun. If it goes in, that's going to be a 10-pointer. That's a huge shot to win with. And it really will make the other groups think about their strategy. But if she misses, it's 0. So you have to be thinking of what shots you want to take. So they'll trade places, and now the next pair down here is ready to go. So again, when I call go, they've gone for the more conservative little 1-pointer, and then they would score their point and they would change places. Now it's up to this pair. So again, I would call go, and they run a little curl, they catch. She's got time for a couple dribbles, and then she lets her shot go. And again, since this is just over half, that's the 5-pointer, and it's in front of our imaginary line or our attack line that we're using. Okay, so again, they would trade places. Now, sometimes teams will do, and they'll cheat. And see, they try to keep the better shooter in the game. So, and you got to be watching out for that. That's what I mean about violations and cheaters. You know, trying to sneak in their best shooter all the time. And then down here, this team ran a little cut to the top, pretend she's coming off a stagger, and she shoots the 3. So they would get 3 points. And then our last group down here, they're just going to run a little more conservative on their go, a little curl cut. She's going to shoot a 2. And then again, they'd switch. And then we would start back here. Now, in this situation, maybe I have them, they've switched in the same place, but they could go to any position, any basket, and they're going to declare what they're going to do. So it's a lot of fun, and I really liked how it worked. I do like them going one at a time instead of all at once. Main reason was safety. I found if you were having them all go at once, it was more of those long shots, especially the half-court shot, and it's getting hit with the ball. They're not going to run into each other, but somebody throwing a ball from half and missing and hitting somebody doing a layup is not a good thing to have. So we decided to go one at a time. The other one is the excitement of seeing when a teammate does make a long shot. It was really fun for them to really make that excitement. And then the cheaters, I mean, I wasn't too concerned with my team, but it's more the cheating without really knowing you're cheating by being on the line or you travel and things like that. So it was more important for that. But the big thing was they had to build a strategy. They had to think of how many points they needed to score to win, stay close. But they also had to think about what's the best shots for us, or how much risk are we going to take? And I think that's an important thing that we need to have young players do. It wasn't me telling them what they should do. They had to think through their strategy. And it was amazing to see the team that won was the one that really had the best strategy and maybe wasn't the best shooting team. So a lot of fun. I'm going to add in some defense eventually and see how that works, but just thought I'd share because it was a great little drill to have some fun at the end of practice. Thank you.